three and a half. And then if I can't make it, then I'm breaking my commitment. At least this way, I don't have a commitment. Right now, I'm talking to myself for 40 seconds, talking to myself. Oh no, they got one victim. I mean subscriber. I do, and get this video here so I can watch this guy say something. Watch. Watch. Listen. He's gonna say something. Or the volume is low. Or the volume is low. See, he said something. Or the volume is low. See, I'll be quiet. Nobody wants to talk to you. So, okay, folks, the Wi-Fi is no good though. So I'm going to use this Wi-Fi here. And I'm going to stop. Okay, looks like I'm back. I'm using my hotspot. So let me know how the image is and the quality. Hopefully I won't get cut off again. But let me know if it's better. Maybe once I turn this on, it's going to slow down again. Probably. So let me get myself here situated. Where am I? Not now. 1 second, folks. Here we go. Come on. Stop moving. Stop moving. Okay. So hopefully this is a little bit better. How is it, folks? Is it better? I can't talk too loud because I'm in my secret spot and I don't want to give myself away by talking too much or too loudly. I guess I already talked too much. I don't want to talk too loud. So, how is the image? Good? Not so good? Bad? Worse? How is it? High production. That doesn't tell me what I want to know. Anyway, busy day today. Did lots of stuff. Try to do a high production. It was well, I threw the first one away. I still have El Mustachio. I saved the mustache just in case I needed a mustache again. So you could see this is what I'm going to grow my mustache like. So my mustachio is going to grow. Yes, it's going to grow like that. Hey, my new superhero character, Super Mustache Man. All right, I'm going to hang this over here. So what was I? I was busy day. I tried to do a high production video. I was unsuccessful. I couldn't finish it. So sorry about that. So this is all you get tonight. Just a low key production. That's all I got. It was a busy day, so it's life living in a van, you know. But it was a nice day. It was busy but nice. So I can't complain. I still have one more day off. I think tomorrow I'm going to sleep in. So don't wake me up, please. Don't call me. Let me sleep in. You too, Lydia, if she's watching this. She was like half asleep, but hopefully she's here, and she's safe, by the way. She's safe from the big hurricane. Yeah, so she Don't wake me up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna sleep in, then I'm gonna make breakfast. Timmy's. I went to Whole Foods today, and I feel like a failure. I feel like I betrayed my best friend. I was at Whole Foods looking, just browsing organic coffees, and I had this coffee. What was the name? Um, it was like an Italian name. Happy. What's happy? I can't remember. I can't remember. Um, I can't remember the name of the thing. But I'm like, maybe I should try a different coffee, not the yellow stuff. Not the yellow stuff, please. If you don't know what the yellow stuff is, go back a couple of years, watch me mm, doing coffee stuff. I have a subscriber that sent me some yellow stuff, and I don't want to do the yellow stuff. But what was the name of this coffee, darn it? Happy? No, it's not Happy. It was like an Italian name. Uh, no, there's Todd. Todd sent me the yellow stuff. Not the yellow stuff, please. I don't want this was like Happy. Did you ever go to Whole Foods and did you see the coffees? It's like the package is like gray and blackish. Not Bustelo, no. It was organic with whole beans. They also sell it already ground, but I can't remember the name of it. Allegro, I think it was Allegro coffee. I'm like, maybe I should try, just give it a try. And then I kept thinking of Timmy's, but I have my Timmy's in the van. Timmy's is so good. I'm not betraying Timmy's, so I didn't get any. So didn't get any. Didn't get any coffee, and don't get any ideas with the yellow stuff. I'm not getting the yellow stuff. If you are a new subscriber, like I said, you probably don't know what the yellow stuff is. I had the yellow stuff for quite a while. I used it sparingly, so I did use it a few times, but yeah. So I got quite a few people here. We got Gregory Watkins, Remble Lance, Lincoln Hawk, Bruce Davis, Red Star 46, Jim Spath. Hi to everybody there. Patricia Harris from Texas, Bruce Davis. I already said Red Star. Catherine Jackson. I already said that. Ron Lewis from Kanakia. If you don't know where Kanakia is, that's a country in the north of the U.S. So Sanchez is here too. Wanda O'Hara. Where is the paper towel facial hair? I already done that. These amazing places is here too. Ron Lewis. Look fine, clear picture. Thank you. Hopefully this is working better. It seems like it's not cutting me off, so it's good. Independent thinker. A little fuzzy. Well, nobody's asking you, independent thinker. Everybody else said it's good image, so I'm gonna go with that. Good image. Alice Green. Tick. Tick is a Scotsman living in London. All right. Patricia Hardis, you look like Bob Hope as a hobo. He had the same unshaven look. Hey, it's growing back. Look at that. Southern Fried Chick. Oh, cynic. No message. Antique Hippies. Hello, Lewis from Clearfield, PA. Antique Hippies. Bill and Gail. How you doing, Bill and Gail? Nick Messias. Bustillo. Nah, Bustillo. I got Timmy's. Who needs that garbage? A more handlebar mustache. I am going to let my mustache grow like that. It's going to come all the way like this up here. Then I'm going to roll it. And it's going to like be sticking out like that. I'm not going to try 8 o'clock coffee or 9 o'clock coffee or 10 o'clock coffee. I'm not trying any of that garbage. I got Timmy's, folks. Timmy's. I can't betray Timmy's. Talking about Timmy's, I might go get some real Timmy's. Well, not real Timmy's. I got the real Timmy's. I might go to a Timmy's place tomorrow. Maybe. Sandy Westbrook says hi. How you doing, Sandy? Stan the Man X. New Orleans in a house. Where? I don't see New Orleans over here, but you never know. I'm in Jersey. Twinks 76. Hello from Virginia. Hi, Virginia. Arthur Morgan Van. Hey, Arthur Morgan Van. Hey, Beck. Sherry Lollipop. That's the first word that came to mind when I read the last name. Sherry La Tulip. Maybe the Timmy's makes your beard grow fast. Yes, indeed. Every time I drink beer, I drink Timmy's, my beard just goes, you know. But not for ladies. Ladies, you should drink Timmy's in moderation, because if you drink too much Timmy's, this is what's going to happen to you. Okay, so who else do we have here? Oops, there goes a mustache. That's a high production mustache, by the way. Very high production. Arkansas Mike. Hello from Arkansas. Mike. With a name like Arkansas Mike, you don't have to tell us you are in Arkansas, Mike. We already know you are in Arkansas. Unless you call us from some other state. Then you can say, this is Arkansas Mike calling from Kansas, for example. The man and the state. Did I mention I'm from... I didn't even read the best of it. I didn't even I swear, I did not read the rest of that stuff, okay? But I already guessed. I already knew it. Alice Green, tonight is fun night. Every night is a fun night. Every night. I'm gonna have some fun over here. I'm gonna get some eat the munchies. Do you eat the munchies, or do you just have the munchies and then you eat something? You don't eat the munchies. These are organic, whatchamacallit, dried cranberries. I needed that. Very good. But now I'm thirsty. Darn it. One that says, you look like Bob Villa. I'm the Bob Villa of the van world. Forrest Stinnett. Hey, I bought me a camper today. What kind of camper? with wheels, a pull-along camper or a truck camper, a tent camper. Sherry says you need to do a Popeyes mukbang. You need to do, what is a Popeyes mukbang? I have no idea what that is. No idea what that is. But anyway, so I'm sitting here in my free time whenever I have some free time. I don't know what to put this. Oh, my table right here. And I can turn it like this. And now I don't have to hold it. Right there. So I'm sitting here thinking, and I was going to put this in a separate video, but I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it right here. All of you that watch YouTube like me, you have your suggestion thing. What is this? On the at the bottom on the left, you have your suggested videos, right? YouTube suggests videos based on what you regularly watch. Sometimes videos come up of stuff totally unrelated to what I watch, but it's being suggested. A lot of times I just ignore it. Sometimes it's something that's interesting and I watch it. Lately, for the past, I don't know, a year or 2 years, I see a lot of suggestions for people living in vans. And you might not believe it, but I don't watch a lot of videos of people living in vans. I already live in my van. I know what it's like. So I don't really watch a lot of that. First of all, I don't have a lot of time on my hands. And second, I already follow a few channels. I'm not going to say who, but I follow a few channels. I follow for many years. And I'm really not interested in following other channels, but I get these suggestions in my video feed. And when I began living in a van 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago, there were not a lot of people on YouTube living in vans. There was just a few people. And if I had started my YouTube channel when I started my van, I would have been one of the earliest ones. But I waited. I didn't know I was going to start my channel, so I just waited until December of that year. So from early spring until December, and only because I was doing I was documenting my van build on Cheap RV Living forum. So if you go there, you can see my van documented. So I was doing that, and then after doing that for a while, the thread had had almost 20,000 views, and somebody mentioned something, you know, and that just put a thought in my head. I'm like, maybe I should be making videos, because, you know, I'm doing the pictures, I'm taking pictures of what I'm doing, and I'm writing, you know, stuff there every day as my build progresses, and then I started the YouTube channel. You know, I never thought anything about it, but so now I see a lot of suggestion of these other YouTube channels, and these seem to be all young people. You know, I mean, I'm still young, but these people are like people probably in their early 20s. Some people even late teens probably. But there are always these people that live. There are these couples or the single female, the single guy, and it seems to be there's hundreds and hundreds of these people because I keep getting bombarded. I guess because of my channel, and my channel is linked to what I watch, and because my channel is about van life, so I get all these suggestions about people living in vans, and I don't really watch, but I have the thumbnail, and when you hover over the video for a little bit, it starts playing in silent. So sometimes I watch a couple seconds. I'm like, and they all seem to have this stuff in common. They're all like young, and they're all carefree, living a carefree life, and going here and visiting there. And I guess some of those folks have a job on the road, and they do their job, they do their thing, and then they do YouTube, and they travel around, and that's all fine. And I've talked about this before. Everybody does whatever they want. I'm not here saying that I'm doing it, but you can't do it, or you can't do it this way. You should only do it that way. But the trend that I'm seeing is a lot of people not having like a real job. Basically, maybe they got money from their parents, and maybe they got money somehow, and they're just living a carefree life. Okay, look, when I was younger, if I had known about vans or living in a van, I probably could have done something similar. My only concern is that a lot of these people are not, maybe they're not looking towards the future. Okay, I understand. When I was younger, in my 20s, sometimes I didn't have a steady job. I would do this, and then I would do that, and I'm like, oh, by the time I get to 40 or 50 or whatever, or 60, I'll have, everything will be taken care of. There'll be no problems. But what you don't realize when you are in your late teens or early 20s is that the years will go by fast. And before you know it, you're going to be 30, 40, 50, 60. And then, because you lived a carefree life in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, when you get older and you want to retire, then you don't have, especially over here in the United States, we have something called the Social Security. Ever since I've been 17 and working, I have money taken out of my paycheck for Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, and the government keeps that money. Okay, now I know that the government has used a lot of that money, and I think there will be a tremendous revolt in this country if ever comes a day that they say, sorry, we don't have any more money in Social Security. I think there will be a tremendous revolt because they take the money out of our paychecks. We can't fight it. We can't do anything about it. They just take it. They take it. They know how to take it from our paychecks. They just don't know how to hold it, right? Because it should be very simple. They take it out of our paychecks. They hold it for us for when we are older. But a lot of the politicians, they go like this, and then they try to go in like that and take money out. Okay, so that is a problem. So I personally believe if there ever comes a day that the government says, sorry, the Social Security is no more, we don't have any money, I think there will be a tremendous revolt in this country because, like I said, they take the money out of our paychecks and we have no choice in the matter. And then they tell us later on that they don't have the money, they used it. That is not good. So hopefully that's not going to happen. Or maybe they'll just come up with something better where we get to keep the money, we get to put it somewhere that we want, not the government holding it, like holding it for us. But all that aside, assuming that the money will be there when I retire, one day when hopefully I'll retire before my Social Security age, but that money will be there for whenever I reach whatever age you get Social Security, because the government just keeps kicking the ball forward. Or, it just keeps moving the post, moving the goal line. So every time somebody gets closer, they move it back further, and then it goes from 62, 65, 67. Pretty soon you're going to get it when you're 100. So nobody's going to get it. Very few people. But anyway, I also get a retirement from my job. Get a what do you call it? Retirement. I can't think of the word. I'll get a paycheck at 55 from my job, and this is what a lot of these carefree people making YouTube videos. Yeah, they're probably making some money out of YouTube, but what if something happens to YouTube? And then later on in life, if this is all they do, and they're not putting a lot of money into the Social Security, or they don't have a job like I've had for over about 20 years, where I have money being put in there, so they get older and they don't have Social Security because they never had money taken out for that, and they don't have a pension from the company that they work for, because YouTube doesn't really give you that. So this is just my personal opinion. I think to a lot of them, it's going to bite them in the butt, because right now they're just they don't care about tomorrow. They're living for today. But we have to be like the ants. We have to gather in the summer and store it for the winter. Now, we don't know how many days we're going to be here. We don't know. We could be gathering stuff, and then all of a sudden, just like that, we are gone. We are dead. So we don't know tomorrow. But just because we don't know tomorrow, it doesn't mean that we can't plan, and it doesn't mean that we can't save a little bit, right? It doesn't mean that I want to save until I'm a multimillionaire. I don't have that desire. Maybe you have that desire, but I don't have that desire. So if I had enough, I wouldn't have to work, and I could just retire right now. But I don't have that amount that I need yet, so I have to continue to work full-time for about eight months out of the year or so, and then it can take about 4 months, 4 or 5 months, to just take the time off and not have to work during the winter. And that gives me the chance to either go down south or go out west. Like this year, I'll be going out west, God willing. So I have that flexibility. I make my money the old-fashioned way, and at the same time, I have money being put aside for my pension, and I have money put aside for my Social Security. And a lot of these people, they may not be thinking that far ahead. I've been there. I never thought I would be older, and then all of a sudden, I'm a little older. So I didn't think about it when I was younger, so I kind of know what it's like. And imagine if I had YouTube when I was younger. If I knew about YouTube, or if YouTube existed when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and if I knew about living in a van, I could be, who knows, I'd probably be worse off than these people will be one day. But hopefully many of them will wise up and realize that they do need some type of income aside from YouTube. Unless you're making thousands and thousands of dollars a month from YouTube, then just make the money, don't spend it all, save it, and hopefully you'll have some when you get older. But that was just something that's on my mind, that I see more and more nowadays, and it just it's all over my suggestion thing, you know. Every day I got dozens of new suggestions for different people living in vans. So just a thought. I don't know if you have the same thing on your thing there on your suggested videos, but I get that a lot. Oh, I talked for quite a while, didn't I? Let me read some of your comments because I just kept talking, and if I don't watch myself, I'll just keep talking and I won't stop. So let me see here. J Sawyer 2002. Hey, Captain. I'm a captain, I guess. Joe Bob. Captain Joe Bob. Captain Joe Bob. Oh, okay, I remember that. Oh, is this is Jason. This is Jason that I call on. I just realized that. It's got to be Jason, Jay Sawyer. So it's got to be Jason. How you doing, Jason? I tricked him in one of my. Oh, by the way, if you are watching this, and you want me to call you, I haven't done this in a while because I ran out of people to call. There's a few people that I called a lot and they never picked up, so I'm not going to keep calling. If you are one of those people that sent me an email and you think I never called you, I did call you quite a few times. So if you want me to call you again, or at least try calling you again, send me an email again with your number, and then I will give you a call. And if you have not done that yet, what did I do? It sounded like I said something, just stuff came out of my mouth. So let me repeat it. If you think you didn't do it yet, that came out better. If you have not yet emailed me with your phone number and you'd like to be on one of my videos where I call and I film for like the first minute or two and film myself because I can't film you, and I'll just say something funny. So if you want to be in that, send me an email with your number, and then I'll call you, time permitting. Just let me know the best time to call, and then I'll try to respect that and call at that time. Another thing I haven't done in a while is video for small channels. So if you are watching me and you have a small YouTube channel and you want me to feature your channel on my channel, or feature one of your videos, then send me an email with that question and I'll give you more detailed information of what you need to do. It's very simple. It's in some other videos that I did. You can go there and look to see what you need to do. It's very simple, or you can just email me. So, having said that, where am I? Oh, and look, I didn't even read the rest of the comment, and I was right. Hope Lydia had no trouble with Dorian. Now she's safe. She's fine. We did have to put some wipers back on the planes. Jason from Arkansas. Yeah, so see, I didn't even read the rest, but I knew it was you. Jason is in Arkansas. I'm not going to say what he does because I don't know if he wants me to say it, but he works by airplanes, so he had to put wipers on the planes. I did tell him last time to check the oil on those things. Did you check the oil, Jason? And kick the tires, make sure they're good, and what else? When the engine is spinning fast, go there and take a look, you know, and get close to the front of it and just take a look, make sure that the things are spinning good. So that'll be great. Maybe you can film that for us, you know. Yeah, put your head in there. Don't do that, Jason. Don't. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Collie Hope. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Collie. And I'm the Veninator. How you doing, Irwin? I think it's Irwin. I always forget, but I think it's Irwin. Arthur Morgan Van. You should try eating Shawarma. I don't know what the shawarma is. I have no idea what that is. Sherry Lollipop, you could do, if you could do another van build, what would you do different? If I do another van build, it's going to be something I can stand up in. So that's one thing that's going to be different. So being able to stand up in, a lot of things will be different. Probably my bed will still be in the back, and probably I will not have. Right now, I have, I don't know, maybe 18 inches, 20 inches of space in the back, um, for my work stuff in there. So maybe 2 feet even. So if I did another build, I wouldn't have that, because with a high top van, my bed will be a little higher, so I will be able to have a lot of storage underneath. So my bed will be right close to the back doors, giving me more room. And of course, my cabinets will be different, because now I can have a proper counter, I can have a proper kitchen, I can have cabinets above that, I can have a fan right by my stove to exhaust. I mean, I have one right here, but I can have a dedicated fan for that. So I would put a shower in there. I know a lot of people say, oh, that's not necessary, blah, blah. I would want to put a shower in there. Yes, I can go to the gym, and I have 2 memberships. I can go to the gym anytime I want. But there's sometimes, like I'm working, and at the end of the day, I don't want to drive a few extra miles to go to the gym. I just want to take a shower in my van. And I've been doing that with uh, with this setup that I have. Okay, this is a little dirty, but it's okay. This is a thing that opens up and allows me to stay inside this. I like it because I can fold it really small. I mean, I'm keeping the shower curtains in here. I can even make it small if I want to, but it is what it is. So I take showers in here a lot of times, because I just don't want to. I don't feel like going to. I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like driving a couple extra miles to go there. So if I had a proper shower, that would be great. And if you are driving out west and you want to stay off grid for a couple weeks on BLM land, having a shower, I mean, you can shower outside, I know. You can get a shower tent, or just get something on the outside of the van. Or if you're all by yourself, just don't have anything on. Then just I did that in Mexican Hat Rock in Utah. I was there for a couple of days. I needed a shower, so I just got a gallon of water. I didn't even have a solar shower like I do now. I did have, I had one at some point, but then when I went there, I didn't have it. And I just poured the water like this, and I washed myself, and I was completely, well, I wasn't completely naked. I had my birthday suit on, so, but there was nobody around. I'm like in the middle of nowhere. So I think, I mean, for all I know, that could have been somebody on top of the cliff with binoculars on. Ooh la la. I don't know. But yeah, there's different ways. So that's some of the different ways that I would do a different build. And automatically things are going to be different when you have a different van to work from. So yeah, hope that helped a little bit. Where am I? Where did I move? Oh, okay. Isabella, Elisa Bethla. Twitter always suggests me to follow MSM TV shows, and nothing that I'm interested in. I get email. I don't know if you noticed. I haven't used Twitter in a long time. I don't like Twitter anymore. I don't see. I mean, I just don't like Twitter, so I haven't used it for a long time, and I keep getting emails about this person tweeted this, and I'm like, who the heck is this person? I don't follow these people. Why do I keep getting emails about so and so tweeted this and that? I don't care about them. Just leave me alone. And so I might even cancel that account. I haven't done it, but I don't like Twitter. The Bill and Gail, they're two of my two subscribers that I met in Florida when me and Lydia did a subscriber meetup. So they're going to South Dakota for residency. Very good. So you're going to be a fellow South Dakotian. Interesting to know where you're going, Gail and Bill. Are you going to America's Mailbox, which I almost went to, but that's all the way on up by Rapid City, all the way on the west side of the state. I actually had, I don't know if they're watching this, if you folks watch this, I thank you for the offer. America's Mailbox offer to give me a free thing, you know, if I, you know, promoted them on my channel, and I think that's what they were saying. But because they're all the way on the other side of the state, and that's an extra 3, 4, 5 hours for me, I decided to change when I had to go change from the one I had in Medicine, South Dakota. What was it called? My Dakota address. So I changed it to Dakota Post in Sioux Falls, and I know that there's another one, I forgot the name, also in South Dakota. I forgot which one it is. So just wondering which one you're going to change your address to. It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as they work. I was very happy with the My Dakota address. They were a small little place. They were an hour further north from Sioux Falls, but I was happy with them. I liked that little town, you know. Now I'm in Sioux Falls. It's a much bigger town, but I liked the little town that I was in. But they closed shop, and I had to move to somebody else. All right. Patricia Harris. Some of these YouTubers are making $5,000 to $10,000 a month with Monetize and Patreon. Yeah, I mean, it's, if they're making that much money, good for them. Not jealous. Hope the best for them, and just hope that they know enough to save money for the future. You know, if they're just spending it carefree, then one day it's going to bite them in the butt. But I don't think everybody's making that kind of money, but I guess some people could be making that kind of money. But another thing is, what if YouTube all of a sudden just disappears, or, you know, pays a lot less than they're paying now? Then you just never know. You know, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. Excuse me. You gotta have multiple baskets to store your eggs. Like today, I had my eggs in only one box, the thing that the eggs come in from the store, and I was cleaning my refrigerator, and then I was putting the eggs back, and the thing opened up. I was careless, and I broke 2 eggs. So I didn't make a mess; they just broke. So. And that's what happens when you put all your eggs in one basket. All right, where am I? I kind of lost my. Gregory Watkins says, I think they keep raising the age of retirement in the hopes you pass away before you can get it. Absolutely. I mean, it used to be something, and then it was 62, and now it's 65 or 67. I don't know. I do know that you can get an early retirement, so you get like half the money, or a partial amount, so you don't get a full amount. And I think that's what I'm going to do one day. If I can get a half the money at 62, I'm not going to wait until I'm 67 or 68 or 70 or 80 to get the full amount. I'm just going to get what I get and live off of that. That's all. Elisa Bethla. When I was growing up, other teens, not just myself, knew how to work doing anything. Yeah, I mean, I think when, people that, like my age, maybe a little bit younger too, and older, when we were growing up, I mean, we grew up and we started working, and we, some of us were smarter than others. I wasn't one of them, and they were able to save more money and invest it, maybe buy a property or something and then sell it or rent it, or just make money, be wise with your money. I wish I had been that smart. I mean, Lydia was very smart with that respect. I was not. I mean, if I had thought about these things when I was younger, I would have worked a better job. I would have made a little bit more money. I would have kept at it, and then I would have taken that money, and then I could have invested the money to a house or whatever. But like I said before, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I'm like, 40 and 50, that will never come. But when it's just the mentality of a teenager or a 20-something-year-old. But nowadays it's even worse, because nowadays these people, they don't know, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but the majority, I think, of people in their teens and 20s nowadays, they have no work ethic. They go to work, and if the boss tells them to do something, they get all offended. They need to go to their safe space because the boss told them something. Oh, God forbid the boss tells them to do work, because they like to be on their little phone doing stuff instead of doing work. I mean, I like to be on my phone too, but I understand that I have a responsibility and I have to do my job. And but a lot of these people nowadays, they don't understand that work ethic. And then they get fired and they wonder why. Oh, my boss fired me. Well, were you working? Yes. What were you doing? I was on my phone. For the company? No, I was on Facebook. Yeah, that's why you got fired. Oh boy. Where am I? Kevin Lewis. How you doing, Kevin? Says hi. Benson's Speed Shop. Good evening, Lewis. Brother Lewis. Calls me Brother Lewis. We're not related, by the way. He just calls me Brother Lewis. Tony M. Hi, Lewis. Will you be taking 2 vehicles out west this winter? Yes. I'm going to be taking my home on wheels, what you see right here, and Lydia will be driving her camper and truck. Well, she's going to be driving her truck with a camper on top. Be, 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 uh, be kind of hard to drive the camper by itself. I don't think it would work, but don't tell that to Lydia, because she might try it. Don't tell her that. Just kidding, Lydia. Just kidding. Gina JKJV. Why not just Gina J? That's easier than showering doesn't have to be that complicated. No, it is not complicated. No, I mean, but you do have, depending on your situation, like in here, if I want to take a shower and not get my van all wet, I got to put that thing down, that tub thing, open it up, put it down, set up my curtains. It takes a few minutes. Get my water in a solar bag, either heat it up beforehand, or heat it up on my stove And if I do that, I just need to heat up a little bit of water and then mix it in the rest of the gallon. And all I need is a gallon of water. And then just take a shower. Takes a few minutes. It takes longer to set up than to take the actual shower. But it's very easy. It's not complicated. And if I was out west, it would be even less complicated, especially if there's nobody around. Don't need a setup. I mean, I've already done that over here. I've done that one day when I left the river. I know one time I was pretending and I wasn't naked, but the other time I came out of the river and I'm by this cornfield or field of something, and it's all woods around me, and I'm like a mile or so from one of a little road. It's not even a main road. It's just a little road with almost no traffic. Yeah, and I took a quick shower, all naked. So nobody around. Nobody's gonna see. So I hope. If you see a naked guy next to a van taking a shower by a field of something and with a forest around them that looks like me, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was not me. I completely deny it. Darn it. I should have done that. Vanderhoof. I wonder who this guy is. If I had been able to invest my contributions to SSI and Medicare as a self-employed individual, 15.3% of gross wages into a retirement fund or the market, I'd have several million to retire on. That's probably very true. If the money, see, but the problem is, and I think this is where the government came in, but the government always messes everything up, right? But the intention was that a lot of people are not, what's the word? They're not responsible. They're not what's the word that I'm trying to get? They're not oh darn it. Not motivated. That's not the word. Not self-motivated. Self-disciplined. Okay, they're not self-disciplined to take that money from their check and put it somewhere, because the temptation is they see that money there and they need money for something and they go and take it. And the money that's been taken out of my check into Social Security, I know it's been taken out. I can see it taken out every week, but I can't just go there and take it if I need it. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons, I guess, for Social Security. I know a lot of people can do that. A lot of people are self-disciplined to just take the money and do something else with it. Maybe what the government should do is give people the option. Do you want to do something with your own money instead of us keeping it? But then again, some people who are not self-disciplined, they may just take it, spend it all, and then when they want to retire, they don't have anything. So it's a double-edged sword. So I don't know. Patricia Hardis says, where did you find that shower basin? I found that I found it on Amazon. I had bought one that was like an inflatable thing, and before I bought this one, so I wanted to see if the other one worked better, but it didn't because it was a pain in the butt. I thought because it was inflatable, I could just deflate it real quick and deflate it like into nothing, right? Really small. But it was a real pain in the butt to deflate. So then I went back and I got this thing, and I got it on Amazon. So the name of this is Fuloon, Fuloon. But if you type dog basin or dog washing basin, or basin to wash dog or something like that, you're gonna find something like this. And they come in different sizes. They come even bigger. I think I have I got the medium one because of my space here, and this is perfect. But they come even bigger. but the plus thing, the plus is that they fold really small. So if I didn't have my shower curtains inside of it, they would be folded really small. And I might still do that. I mean, I might still put my shower curtains um, inside some bag and then squeeze the air out of the bag and make it really small. And yeah, so I like it. I like that thing. Very easy to clean. It dries off really fast, so I like it. Antique hippies, where out west are you going? We are planning on getting a LTVA and go several different sites. What's an LTVA? Low, I don't know. It's like a vehicle or something, like a something or something. Where out west am I going to go? We are going to go all over the place. We're going to go different places. We don't have anything planned necessarily. We're going to plan as we go. So uh, one of the places we're probably going to stop at is the RTR, maybe for a day or two, just to say hi to some folks that know us. But and then we'll just gonna have fun out there, just seeing different places and just enjoying out west. I really miss it. I miss the desert. I miss a lot of places out west. So where exactly we're gonna go, I have no idea. Okay, so um, Gina says impromptu Bible studies with viewers would be fun. Just a suggestion, the book of Revelation. uh, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do, if I had a good feed, right? That's not breaking up like now. It seems to be working good. I could do a live Bible study like on Sunday or something. But I'm not a pastor. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a Bible teacher. But I guess I could do something. And I've actually been thinking about doing my videos again on Sunday about that. And so I don't know. I'm actually thinking. But see, everything. I have a lot of ideas. This one is running out of power. I have a lot of ideas, but in the end, I have run out of time for a lot of things, um, and that's one of my main problems. But lately I've been thinking of doing my Quid Est Veritas videos again for Sunday and maybe for Saturday, doing like a van life news type of thing, like where I pick some news from current events and I pick something and then I'll talk about that news, whatever that may be. So something I've been thinking about it, but then and then I think some more, and I'm like, but then I start that, and then what if I don't have time to do more? Because I'm always running out of time. So I don't know. I might do something. Time is always the issue, and I don't have a lot of time lately. Um, Alisa says, it would be cool if floor could have a door, then stand on ground while in a van to take a shot. um, yeah, I guess that would be cool, but then people surrounding you could see feet underneath the van. They're like, what the heck are those feet doing over there? And then water falling, and then you washing your feet and like, let me call the police because this looks suspicious. So yeah, I mean, if there was a way to like cover yourself, nobody could see it, but then the water will be running, and people, unless it's raining, but yeah, and then you have a door on your floor that air comes in, water comes in if it's raining and you're driving in the rain. I mean, I guess it could be a good thing too, because if something happened, you could exit through the bottom door and escape whatever danger, right? So, yeah, it could work. It could be a good idea. uh, oh, Mike, LTVA, long-term visitor area. Okay, that's if I'm not mistaken, that's one of those. You pick the area that you're going to be in there in for a while, and you pay like $100 or $150, right, for the year or something, and you can be there 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. Yeah, okay. So I thought of doing that, but I don't plan on being in the same area for too long. So probably I'm not going to do that because we're going to be going all over the place. So um, yeah, Brian Cook is very correct. Brian Cook says spoiled people are not self-reliant. They think the government should take care of them after they squander their most productive years. Yeah, a lot of people. This is the new generation growing up. That now they became adults and they're used. They're spoiled brats. Basically, they want something and they get it now. They want something now, and they get it now. Their parents give it to them or whoever. So it's I want this now, and they get it, and they think they go out and they go to work, and then like I said before, they don't want to do the work. They get fired, and then they cry because they got fired, and they think they're entitled to everything. And people, we are not entitled to anything. We have to make our own entitlement. Meaning, if I want a car, I shouldn't wait for the government to come and give me a car or anybody else. I should work to get that car. If I want a house or a van or anything, it has to come from me. I have to be willing to work, make the money, the sacrifice, and buy whatever I want. I should not depend on you. I should not depend on the government to give me the things that I need. But the generation nowadays thinks most of these people, not all of them, but I think most expect the government to give them everything. They expect the government to, whatever their needs are, the government will take care of it. Well, but the government is we the people. We are the government. So the money that the government has didn't come from nothing. It came from us. It comes from the people that work. So you're not getting something for nothing. You are getting something that came from somebody else. So they take from my check and they give to those that don't deserve it. And it seems that there's more and more people like that nowadays. And there will be more even. It's just going to continue to get worse. Long, oops, my iPad has died. Oh well. Long-legged Ukrainian or Lithuanian? Where was that? Now I got to use my finger here, folks. Sorry about that. Um, where's the long-legged? Long-legged Lithuanian. Oh, here we go. Go to the gym for hot showers, especially in the winter. Oh yeah, I go to the gym I just went to the gym today. I did some errands and then I went to the gym in between. Took a nice hot shower. Anytime Fitness, private shower, beautiful. It's my favorite fitness between it and Planet Fitness. So yeah, um, anytime I can, if I'm near one, I'll go to the gym. But if I'm not near a gym and I don't want to drive 5 miles to get there and then 5 miles to get back to where I stay for the night, a lot of times I just rather take a shower in my van. I can do it. It takes a little bit of effort. It's not instantaneous. Just like walking into a shower in your house and you flip the switch or the knob and you have hot water. It's not like that, but I think it's worth it for me because I don't have to drive the extra miles. I just come in here, I take a nice shower, a hot or cool shower depending on the weather, and I'm all clean and I don't have to drive the extra miles if I don't feel like it. So that's just the way it is. So let me read a couple more comments and then I'm going to be going because it's getting late. Um, oh, this is a good question. Cather, when I can't read. It's too small on this screen here. But he or she asks, would you like to put a little wood stove in my van? Not in this van. I'm not going to put a wood stove. I did when I was thinking of building a van, so 2014 and prior to that, I looked for different ways to heat the van with, and one of them was wood stoves. I looked at them. I really liked the wood stoves. I really liked the Kimberly stove. They're not very big, but they are very expensive, about $4,000. And that's the only thing that kept me from buying a Kimberly. If the Kimberly was like $1,000, $1,500, right now I would have a Kimberly stove somewhere over here in my van. Okay, maybe the cabinets would be built differently to fit a Kimberly stove, but the price kept me from buying that. If I do another build, I would love to put a stove in there, a wood stove. Now, I could put a propane stove, I could put a diesel stove. There's different ways to heat the stove with. A pellet stove, but I don't think I would like any of those. I think I would just like a regular wood stove, something that would burn either wood, excuse me, I think I'm just thirsty, I need some water, but I'm just lazy and I want to reach over. 1 second. This was a lot of effort for me, I didn't want to do it. Oh, that's better. I do a lot of talking somehow. I don't know why. I just do a lot of talking. So, the Kimberly, I would have loved to put a Kimberly. Is that what I was saying? I lost my train of thought. But anyway, in a future build, I will probably put a Kimberly in there or something similar. I saw different models, different types of wood stoves. Some have very good reviews, and maybe something like the Kimberly, because the Kimberly has like a double chamber, so it burns very efficiently. You put stuff in there, put wood or wood log or the pressed logs. That's what I wanted to say before. So you put wood or pressed logs in there, and it burns it very efficiently because it has the first chamber where it burns the stuff, and then the flame goes up into the second chamber and it reburns it again. So it burns hot, it burns very efficiently, very few ashes come out, very little smoke, or once it's going, you don't see any smoke outside. So probably I will have a wood stove in my new vehicle, my new van, whatever that is. um, because and the choice for wood and not other sources of heating fuel is because wood is not only a renewable source that you can get anywhere. Um, you can just, just like I mean, you can't get anywhere. Of course, uh, that's the main point. You can get the wood anywhere. So almost anywhere. I mean, if you go to the desert, you may not find a lot of wood. It depends where you go. But if something were to happen, and I run out of all kinds of fuel, then most likely I can still go and find wood of some kind, and I can burn that wood to stay warm. So I guess the feeling of having a wood burning stove in a vehicle is it's a feeling of self-sufficiency, right? Where I can heat myself, heat the van, heat myself, and also cook on it if I have to. So I think that's one of the reasons I want to put a wood stove. Not sure if I would use a Kimberly. It's a lot of money, but they're very beautiful. They're very efficient, and they're not very big, and they don't need a lot of clearance around the stove. Very little clearance you need to have that thing running. So yeah, um, but that's for the future. That's not yet. But yeah, I almost had one of those in my van, almost. And before I got my Obasto, I was still thinking of getting one. I even did some measurements. My daughter always corrects me on that. Dad, you said it wrong. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know why. It just comes out of my mouth. But I did some measurements. Yeah, and I had just enough clearance between my roof and my solar panel. So it was going to be tight, but then I decided not to do it because you know. But for the next vehicle. Having said that, folks, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. You probably are too. So uh, thank you for joining me on another live video. Wherever you are, I wish you a good night, a good evening, a good morning, a good afternoon, depending on where you are. And hopefully I will see you next time on this same channel, God willing. So I will see you then. And now it's the awkward part of turning this off. It's always awkward when I go with my finger. At least I'm not going with my finger this way. If I had the camera the other way, it would be like. Anyway, good night, folks. Pressing the end.